Hey guys, I've got an unboxing today. The thing is, you saw the title of the video, so you know what's in there, but I don't, so let's just open it. So I just checked my messages, and it turns out this is going to be a custom puzzle review, which is really cool. So let's open the box and see what's inside. Okay, now I know that's just a coincidence, but I didn't have any grocery bags left, so this is really perfect. Alright, so let's get this out of the way and see what's in there. So there's probably an explanation sheet. For those who want to read, you can just pause the video, I'll read it later. And in there's a Redi Megaminx, which is a corner and face turning hybrid dodecahedron. And it was made by Elachian Cubing, so go check him out. There are some pretty cool designs over there. I highly recommend you go see those pictures. You're gonna see one on video, but the rest is really, really cool. So let's open this and see what it's like. Because I've only seen the picture of it, I haven't seen it turn yet. I'm pretty sure there's a video review out there, but wow, this is really well packed. Okay. And really well finished. Like this, the looks of it, it's just really perfect. Those stickers were obviously machine cut, so that's a big plus. Honestly, that's a big plus on any custom puzzle, really. You really need to get those machine cut stickers every single time you make a puzzle because they are worth it. And it was FDM printed. Let's see if I can zoom in, or at least focus on that. You can see the production lines in there. If I turn it a bit, you'll be able to see here the production lines of FDM printing. So for me, FDM is always like a negative thing because FDM is always lower quality than SLS. But I just did a face turn, and honestly, it spins really well. So I think it was really well finished. I'm quite impressed with the turning, to be honest. So this is a hybrid of a Megaminx, right there, and a corner turning dodecahedron. Alright, so let's just see. I got some face turns. Okay, there's some lockups, but that's just FDM, and they're quite reasonable. Honestly, this is definitely more than playable, so don't worry about those lockups. This puzzle is really nice. So the Megaminx aspect is quite good. And the dino dodecahedron aspect, and that's really cool. These are like some tiny dino edges, and they fit perfectly to give a really cool face pattern. I think it's really nice that shallow cuts were used so that you basically have the intersection of these faces and these ones. That's just like a small set of 5 parts. I think it looks really great, and it's a really nice concept. So plus it turns really amazingly well. Like for an FDM puzzle, I'm quite impressed. I'm not sure I'm gonna have much to say because honestly this is really a high quality puzzle and it's beautiful. So let's just try to take a look inside the mechanism. I don't want to break this, so I'm just gonna see how to open that. Okay, so there are center caps that you can just pop off. I'm using my X-Acto knife to do so. Whoops. Try not to damage anything. Alright, perfect. And these are some Phillips screws. So I've got just a screwdriver I need. Just gonna turn it a bit. Alright, so let's remove that screw and see what's inside. I'm curious to see how the core was printed. I don't know if it's like a spherical core or just a mass-produced 12-arm core. Let's see if I can get that screw out. It doesn't want to move out. Don't worry, I'm not mistreating that puzzle too much. It's quite sturdy, and that's something I really noticed as soon as I held it in my hands. So that's a good thing. And anyways, if I damage anything, obviously I will compensate in any way I can find. So let's just see. I'm having trouble opening this. This screw just doesn't want to go. Alright, finally. So, now that the screw is gone, can I remove the center? Is it stable enough? Okay, so I can see that the mechanism that was used is probably VMech, and I'm not sure how many axes were used in there, because maybe the corners are screwed in, or at least the corners on the inside of the core are screwed in place somehow. The parts look quite complex. Honestly, I'm surprised for an FDM printed puzzle that the parts look this complex. So I've got these Megaminx edges right there. Just trying to pull these parts apart without damaging anything. And I think I have the first look at the core right now, and that's a good thing because that's what was the most interesting for me. I think it was designed as a Megaminx on the core. So yeah, there's a fixed sort of pentagonal piece here that's actually fused to the inner Megaminx center. See if I can get you closer to that. The core is a Megaminx, so these are Megaminx edges and Megaminx centers, and here you've got a Megaminx corner right there, except it is screwed into the center from the inside. So I'm not going to need to open it more than that to know what the mechanism looks like. So this is screwed into the center, and then you've got the outer mechanism that's just another layer added to it. So it's a hybrid mechanism with some pretty basic hooks, just regular hooks. So you've got the mechanism of the Megaminx in the core, and that's just the basic Megaminx. And on the outside, you've just got regular rotational axes like this, for example. If you look at the section cut here, it's just like a cut with a hook, and that's it. That's just how it is. And it's the intersection of two basic mechanisms like this. So it's actually quite a simple mechanism. Let me see if I can just get a set of 5 parts, as I was talking about earlier. A set of 5 parts together and see what it looks like. I'm gonna have to go with the purple. So as you can see, the cross section is just this, which means you basically have this this cross section here intersected with the same on the dyno mechanism, which is just this. Again, just a regular cutting plane with well, you know, like a conical cut here with a hook intersected with another conical cut with a hook. So it's quite simple. It's a really good mechanism, in my opinion. You couldn't really ask for anything more complex for a puzzle like this, otherwise it would be, well, there would be too much friction and stuff, so it's actually a really good design. I'm quite impressed with the quality of the turning because for FDM puzzles, you're not really supposed, let me just get this out of the way, I can't focus. You can't really get parts this small that are so sturdy and precise, and I'm quite impressed with this part in particular because this one is also the intersection of three cutting planes, well, not really planes but surfaces. The one for the Megaminx, which is the one right here that goes right in there, and the 2 for the dyno cube, which are right here. They're a bit thicker, which is a good idea, I think, because it makes the puzzle more sturdy. So I'm quite happy to get this puzzle, and I think the mechanism is really a smart mechanism. It's quite simple, and it was really well executed. It doesn't look like the parts were sanded that much, so either the printer has some amazing resolution, which is quite possible, because honestly, the resolution on this parts is just really perfect. So it wasn't really sanded down, which makes it that much more impressive because, well, it's just really good as it is without any modifications. And that's something that's quite rare on 3D printed puzzles that are printed in FDM and not SLS. So yeah, this is definitely an incredible puzzle, and I think I will make another video about it because I really want to try solving it. Usually these puzzles take time, and I think it will, but the quality is so good that I think it's definitely worthwhile, and I do want to try it. So I'm just gonna assemble those last parts in there, reassemble the puzzle, and then I'll make another video about it because honestly, it's just such a beautifully executed, beautifully conceived just puzzle. It's just really nice. I think this is maybe the best one that I've reviewed on custom puzzle reviews. I think it's yeah, it's just really perfect for what it is. It's really perfect. So let's just see if I can assemble that last part. So this one's kind of, well, it's a bit more difficult to assemble towards the end, and well, I'm pretty sure I'm not assembling it in the right order anyways. I was just improvising something, but it doesn't seem to be the good way to assemble it. It's easier when you know what you've designed, honestly. Here, I don't exactly know which part would be best to assemble first because I don't have the mechanism in my mind. Like it's not in my memories. It's just something I didn't design. So okay, these parts are definitely the last to assemble. They're quite easy to just fit in there at the end. So let's just reassemble that screw. There were no springs, and honestly I'm surprised because the fact that there are no springs and that this is an FDM puzzle and that the mechanism is actually quite complex is really, really impressive. And I'm surprised it spins that well knowing these facts. So let's just, oh, this is way too tight. I'm just gonna modify this for a second. So I've properly adjusted the tension again, and now I just need to put the cap in, and the puzzle is back to its original state, and it spins really well, just like before. Definitely impressed with this design. Again, I'm repeating myself, I know, but this is just really, really good. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about this puzzle for now. I think it's gonna be a very challenging solve because the Megaminx cuts are deeper than the Dino center. So I think this is gonna be really interesting. I look forward to filming that second video about this puzzle, and I hope you enjoyed it. I definitely had a lot of fun reviewing that puzzle. I'm quite impressed with with that design and all the others, and I'm pretty sure the quality of the others is good because this one is just great, and the mechanism isn't that simple either. It's a multiple shells mechanism, and I think trying this with FDM printing is quite ambitious, and the result was really, really well made. So very glad to have unboxed this, and I look forward to making that second video. I'll see you in the next one, and feel free to subscribe and like my social networks. As always, I've got some pretty cool pictures of these puzzles. I think I've taken a picture of that one, so it's probably on there as well. So yeah, so thanks again to Eliatson's Cubing, sorry, whew, difficult, for sending me this. Everyone go check out his Instagram and YouTube if there's one. I'm pretty sure there is one. I haven't seen it yet, and that's what I'm going to do right now. So click the links in the description below, and I'll see you next time.